that cup draw suiting you, Mick?
Obviously delighted, aren't we? One of the possibly not as stronger teams that's in the competition, but they're certainly gonna come here, all guns firing. I think like you talk about when a Super League team meets a Championship team, that it's kind of the cup final day, and they'll go all out to try and get themselves into the semi-final. So they're sitting at mid-table in the Championship. You know, they're a well-drilled team, they're well organised, and they've got one opportunity, just like us, to get through to the semi. So I'm sure they'll take it.
I think the fans are probably now getting a bit of a sniff at Wembley, I suppose, because they're expecting to get to the semi-final. Does your experience and Dennis's experience of Challenge Cups help the players in these situations?
No, when I say help, I hope it does. But I know Dennis and myself had a bit of ribbon in the past regarding Challenge Cup finals, when we talk about possibly how many we've played and stuff. So well, hopefully it does help. But it's good for the fans to, I suppose, to get a sense that, you know, something could happen in the Challenge Cup. We've said that the 2 previous years we've had to concentrate that heavily on our league position. I'm just, you know, keeping our heads above water. It is good this year to, I suppose, to maybe just we can put a little bit more emphasis on the Challenge Cup, and, you know, hopefully a little bit of luck goes our way. You know, who knows what can happen.
What did you make of the Salford performance, Mick? You looked in control of that game for 70 odd minutes of it.
Well, yeah, we just had a quick chat with Dennis about it now. We've had a review ourselves, and we'll sit down tomorrow with the team and review it. Possibly wasn't in control of the game as what we thought. We played well in spells. The start of the game wasn't brilliant for us. A couple of penalties, missed opportunities, and then we just kind of, like I said, we just kind of sat back a little bit and thought Salford were dead, but they weren't dead. They were a good team. They were certainly a good attacking team, and I think they showed that with the second to last try, they can literally just score from anywhere on the field.
And what were your thoughts precisely when Reece Hambury kicked out on the full after that second try?
Just one of those things, isn't it? It was kind of playing a little bit into the wind, but the wind was swirling, so I think we just thought, I'll just hit it as I can, try and get it as deep as they can, you know, and hopefully they got to play out of exit off their own try line. And it's just one of those things, the wind just took it, and you can't just shut your eyes for the next 3 or 4 minutes hoping they're going to either drop the ball or we can just you know, make our 6 tackles and get the ball back. But, you know, it worked for us on the day, just a little bit too close.
And to be fair to Reece, I suppose he made up for it with the tackle on Francis Millie in the camp.
Yeah, we always talk about it. If something bad happens on the field, something negative, your next action is all you can do. And I think Reece worked really hard to get himself in position to stop Millie scoring a try.
Who is it this week?
Yeah, Hull KR way, yeah.
Bread and butter. That's a bread and butter. Is it hard to put the Challenge Cup momentum to one side and get back to the grounds of the league, or do you use that sort of bounce from the cup and the league?
I mean, it's hard to play intense rugby week in, week out. Do you know what I mean? And certainly when you are knocking away at the top of the table like we are, every game you play is an intense game. You have to be on your mettle. You can't just turn up and play certainly Hull KR and be 10 or 15% off. So, you know, we'll talk about the Salford game. We'll put it to bed. We'll readdress it when it comes up the week before the quarterfinals. But hopefully the lads inside will be feeling confident that we can play. We can certainly defend when we want to defend. And like I said, just take that confidence into the next game.
And decide then. They touched Warrington up the other week, didn't they?
They certainly did, yeah. They're playing really well. They're playing with a lot of confidence. They're moving the ball really well. And like I said, any team going to Hull KR are up against it. We've been up there the last couple of seasons and we've had a couple of heavy defeats. So, you know, we know what type of team they are.
I thought you're struggling a bit this week injury-wise, Mick, because you've had the Easter game followed by a tough cup tie, and must take its toll.
I'm not struggling. I'm fine. I'm fighting fit, so I'm ready to play. But yeah, we certainly are. I mean, we always talk. I think every coach talks about the Easter weekend. It can be a pivotal time of the season where you either lose people or you come through fully fit and a couple of wins. But you know, we have got bumps and bruises. Nothing major, but a little bit of mental fatigue, and it's about recuperation and rest, I suppose, this week for us. Like I said, to stay mentally switched on is hard, so lads got a little bit of downtime, and then hopefully come tomorrow, going into the game, that they're switched on and they've forgot about all the bumps and bruises.
Anyone one coming back this week. Marsh, is he fit to play now?
Steph was touch and go for last week. We could have pushed him if we needed him, but the physio wanted another week if we could, and so it was good that we got another week opportunity for him. He's going to have a good full week of training, and if he looks the part, he'll be up for selection.
And Grant Gore went off before the start, didn't he, with a bit of a hamstring tweak? How's that?
Yeah, again, with the type of injury he's got, it's 24, 48 hours, see how much it settles down. Grant's really disappointed. He had loads of confidence after his first game, wanted to win another good game. So you just got to feel for the lad. He just doesn't seem to have the luck at this moment in time. But I'm sure once he gets fit, he'll get an opportunity to play again.
Danny Craven come in at 1 minute's notice, I suppose, didn't he? And did a good job for you.
Certainly did, yeah. Like I said, that's why you have an 18th and 19th man, and that's why you have them warming up with the team. And you always talk to them about being mentally prepared to play just in case. And it just goes to show 10 minutes before the game you can actually get called into play. And Danny did his job brilliantly.
And Hep didn't get on the field, did he, at the weekend? Is he?
No, Hep's struggling a little bit. He's got a little bit of bumps and bruises, a bit of a shoulder injury. Nothing major, it's more a bit of recovery of a Hep. He only plays a game one way, and that's 100%. So sometimes you've just got to, I suppose, hold players back for their own good. And like I said, we're not even halfway through season, so we've got a lot of games to go yet. So we'll be using our squad wisely.
So you name Carroll get a new 2-year contract. How much of a positive impact is that for the team?
It's brilliant. I mean, it's good if you can keep the nucleus of your team, certainly 90% of your team, over the 3 or 5 year period. It's good for the club, and it just, the bonding that's created over years, it just keep it strong, and that's what we're aiming to do. If we can reward players with early contracts and longer contracts, that's what we'll do. I think it adds stability to the club. Certainly when there's a lot of changes going on regarding what's happening in Super League and the competition, if we can keep our nucleus of our team fit and strong, and every time the contract comes up we re-sign them, I think it rewards them.
Okay. Cheers, mate.
Thanks, mate.